Hello, Danger Nattles. I am here with some pride bitches.
What?
What?
Pride
What
Did
is
you
that?
basically just call us pride?
bitches, like, like, the tears of pride, like gay, trans, sexual.
Tears of pride? The different LGBTQ fucking identities do not act as a tier system for pride.
To me, it sounded more like she was saying that we were kind of like akin to the princesses in Kingdom Hearts, which isn't really better.
Maybe. Anyways, I'll read the first SCP of tonight, which is SCP-187, aka Double Vision.
Wait, quickly, right,
Yeah?
before you start reading. Potatoes or cauliflower?
Potatoes, obviously I'm Irish.
Okay.
Bright, I'll bite you.
Planting potatoes. Potatoes are planted.
Alright, anyways. Item SCP-187, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedure. SCP-187 is to be attended full-time by medical personnel who are to tranquilize or sedate her as needed. She is to be kept under a full set of medical restraints to prevent her from harming herself. Specifically, she is to wear padded mittens at all times in order to prevent her from attempting to damage her own eyes. Oh no, I already dredged what the content farm was going to do.
Dredge? How? You keep
Dread.
mispronouncing the word dread as dredge. What did that game do to you?
Hey, my dyslexia. If 187 refuses to open her eyes during authorized testing or during site inspections, the use of eyelid speculums is authorized. All statements by 187 during testing and site inspections are to be recorded and analyzed. 187 is to be prevented from interacting with D-Class personnel who are nearing the end of their cycle. 187 is to be spoon-fed. Mild tranquilizers are to be added to all her meals. Jesus!
You say that as if that's like absurdly out of character for the Foundation.
True. Alright, description. SCP-187 is a Caucasian female, early and mid-20s, 180 centimeters tall, weighing 400 kilograms, approximately 88 pounds. What is redacted out is she is suffering from severe malnutrition, must be fed intravenously, as she refuses
Intravenously.
as she
As in like through IV.
Gotcha. As she refuses to eat any food given to her. She is recovering from the effects of severe malnutrition. 187 exhibits a unique form of recognition whereby she sees everything in two states simultaneously, as they are and as they will be. She does not see minor changes, only changes to what would be considered the norm. For example, in testing when presented with 5D class personnel and asked which of them would change their clothes, she couldn't answer as such a change isn't drastic enough. However, when represented with 5D class personnel and asked which will be shot, she was able to predict which one every time, as she could see the injury inflicted just by looking at him. 187 cannot foresee future events or changes to items at which she is not currently looking. Rather, she can see the future state of whatever she's looking at. This has led to some unexpected consequences. For example, as part of the usual test performed on new human/humanoid SCP acquisitions, 187 was given a standardized IQ test. When the results were collated... Is that collated?
Collated, yeah.
Okay. She was revealed to have an IQ of excess of 300, the limit of the test. This, of course, would have made her the most intelligent human being on the planet. However, her intellect did not seem that high based on her initial interviews. The test was repeated 4 times, and each time she got the maximum possible score, answering every question correctly. When she was interviewed regarding this, she revealed that she did not actually know the answers to any of the questions. Rather, she had seen the test with the answers already filled in. When she was given a computerized IQ test, where her input didn't affect the future state before she entered the answers, a keyboard rather than a pen and paper, her IQ was revealed to be 97, slightly below average. This happens to every written test presented to 187. She can see the answers in advance based on what she herself was going to fill in, even if tests are in a foreign language she does not understand. This presents a possible ontological paradox, an injection into the present of information from the future. Whereas information the correct answers comes from is unknown and possibly unknowable. 187 is suffering from ongoing psychological damage as a result of her anomaly. When, for instance, she is in the company of people who are soon to die, she simultaneously sees both their living, healthy selves and their dead, sometimes decomposing corpses. Depending on how far into the future they will die, as a result, pharmacological assistance is required to keep her lucid. What is redacted is 187 also refuses to eat, again due to her abilities. When presented with a plate of food, she'll see it as either feces or semi-digested slop, while a glass of water will appear as a glass of urine. This is what is causing her severe malnutrition, and for this reason she must be fed and hydrated intravenously. I feel so bad for her.
Oh, that's just
Due to the effect of that prolonged malnutrition is having on 187's health, an impact that 187's death would have on the Foundation's medium-term emergency planning. 187 is to be blindfolded during meals. Mealtimes are to last no longer than 15 minutes and must take place in a location for which 187 has not predicted any significant changes. Remarks and comments made by 187 which turned out to be prophecies. The divorce of Dr. Redacted.
that sucks.
I'm sorry for clapping, but since they were such dicks to her, I just felt compelled for some reason, some
You see, now
mysterious reason.
You see, now here's the real question to me, because like as I was mentioned the like ontological paradox, which like is this SCP saying that he would be divorced what tells him that he should probably get divorced, or was it just inevitable no matter what?
It's very likely that it was the most likely thing that was going to happen. And if he works as much as it's likely that he does, then it would be no wonder.
Oh yeah, true. That can't be good for a family life.
Yeah, it's like I am suddenly focusing all my time on this SCP work. The wife's like, "When are you coming home?" It's like, "I have work." Are you sure? It's like, "Yeah."
What do you do, honey? I can't tell you.
Like, called
Like that.
divorce lawyer.
Yeah, that'd be the real thing. Is like, what do you do for work, honey? I can't tell you. It's secret. And then like what? Like how is that supposed to? Like how is a person supposed to rationalize that with increased time away, that never seem to be home? Like the first thought in most people's minds would probably be, is this fucker cheating on me?
Yeah. Also, uh, I think the worst job to have as a husband for like a stay-at-home wife would be the MTF. The husband was an MTF.
Oh,
Oh,
it's like,
oh
Oh,
no.
I don't know what my husband does, but I know he helps the world. It's like, he's dead. What?
yeah.
I'd have to I think
Hi,
the
Chip.
actual thing is like these agents would have to basically have a cover story to tell their families.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way that this could work. Otherwise, like, there's just no chance for any SCP worker to have a family life.
Yeah.
I think a bonus for maybe suggesting kiwis as Bright's bird is looking at how goofy they look when they run.
They do look really fucking weird when they run. They're just weird in general.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well,
back
I
to
found one that doesn't look hilariously goofy when it's running.
yeah. Anyways, back to the SCP at hand.
Yeah.
The divorce of Doctor Redacted. Earring. That ring. Yes, your wedding ring. What about it? You're not wearing it. I am. Look, it's right there. You won't be. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, the Dr. Redacted is a woman. Dr. Redacted's husband filed for divorce the next
Oh.
day. When she returned for duty, she was no longer wearing her wedding ring. She'd been married for 19 years, more than half her life. So wearing the ring was considered normal. And not wearing the ring was enough of an abnormality for 187 to see it.
You know what? Even if it's a woman, they would still be neglecting their marriage by like basically never coming home because of work.
Yeah. That's a part of why, like, I tried to keep gender neutral uh verbiage when I was
Ah,
going on my spiel.
alright. The deaths of the following D-class personnel. Oh no.
Mm.
D-16124. SP187. Why is he so swollen? D-16124. Hi, Sanju. D-16124 was later exposed to the vacuum of space after being sent through 120 in order to dial it to the next destination.
120 again.
Oh
Uh, oh, it's a teleportation pool.
Mm.
no.
Or just
Yeah.
teleports you somewhere random. Oh no.
So getting teleported random when you're trying to fix the thing is not very happy.
Brush me.
Oh my gosh. I kind of want Hatchet to read D-16206.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks funny as shit. Anyways, D-16198 187. He's cute. Who? The man standing outside that cell. Yes, what's his name? I don't know. Hey, you there. D-16198 turned to face him, at which point 187 gasped and burst into tears, screaming, "He's gonna die!" He will. How do you know? He's got a massive hole in the left side of his head. D-16198 was later terminated by gunfire while attempting to escape the site. He may have attempted escape due to 187's screaming, implying that she can set so-called self-fulfilling prophecies in motion.
E.
D-16206.
His legs! His legs! His legs! His legs! His legs! His legs! Where are his fucking legs?
You know what? I see why she has issues and why they might try to get her to sleep more.
Like,
If you look around and you keep seeing people dead,
yeah. And it's like, oh, and especially at like the fucking foundation where it's like a heightened chance of someone dying.
Yeah. Wait, I just realized a fucked up combination they would do if there was if it was given to a really fucked up scientist. You know the 3D glasses
Yes.
would Would it, like, be worse if she wore them?
Uh,
I'm not going to talk about that.
bad. Bad.
You know what? A scientist would do it.
I said it's never happening. We're not going there.
Yeah, anyways.
You say you know a scientist would do it, as if, again, the Foundation isn't still, like, restricted to testing being, at the very least, somewhat for help. Why would the Foundation spend resources testing to see whether or not this traumatized girl's, like, fucked up future vision heavily impacts the actions of fucking invisible monster creatures that would probably just end up getting her killed when she herself is an anomaly?
The reason I said that it would happen, most likely, is Dr. Clef would do it.
Uh,
I'm not wrong.
let's just hope Dr. Clef doesn't know about this SCP and move on.
Anyways, D-1626 was killed when SCP Redacted escaped from his cell and bit him in half while attempting to flee the site.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, we know where his legs went.
SCP food.
The attempted escape of SCP Redacted. While being escorted through Site Redacted, 187 stopped outside SCP Redacted's cell, staring intently. What are you looking at? How did he break through such a heavy door? Excuse me. That door is nearly a foot thick. How did it manage to destroy it? 17 hours later, SCP Redacted somehow managed to work free of its restraints and did indeed tear through the door to its cell. However, Dr. Klein had alerted security due to 187's statements, so an armed response team was ready and managed to subdue SCP Redacted with gunfire. The cost of... Huh?
I was just saying, huh.
The costs of keeping a full-time medical team on hand to ensure 187's well-being is obviously high. However, the fact that her anomaly allowed the prevention of an escape attempt by SP Redacted, a Keter-class subject, shows that she may be useful for more than just pure research. A proposal has been submitted to introduce her to seemingly indestructible SCPs in hopes that she will see them as either dead or destroyed and be able to describe the manner of death/destruction. This proposal is pending. Potential temporal logistics need careful consideration. She would in fact be seeing methods of destruction/termination, which would only be possible because she saw them. This has caused concern among several higher members of staff, most likely ethics committee.
I won't be too surprised.
Yeah, I don't think the ethics committee is going to approve that. They'll just look at that and go, so the woman who's traumatized by seeing people dead, you want to see more people dead. She
I
clearly sees the most likely future, so wouldn't she typically see a future like with things like those where lots of people are dead?
Well, it's only like looking at the object itself. Like she
Yeah,
can't see like other bodies surrounding them or something.
that's true.
Honestly, to me, the biggest thing is just consent. Like if this research was going forward with the lady's consent by basically just saying, "Hey, listen, we understand that your abilities cause you distress, but you could be a massive help to humanity at large if we used your abilities properly. Would you be willing to try that?" Like, honestly, it could actually help her deal with like the mental strain because she can find ways to use her abilities that aren't immediately like just hurting her.
Yeah.
It can go
Yeah,
from it can go from being something that's random and hurts her to being something that she can use to help people with.
Yeah, also, just looking at the thumbnail, I already get a bad feeling at the video.
Do you expect to ever get a good feeling?
what's the thumbnail? Oh,
I What? Why would? For starters, what was her overall description? Did we get eyes and hair color?
Hold on. 27 is a Caucasian female, early to mid 20s, 108 centimeters tall, weighing 400 kilograms, approximately 88 pounds. Nothing about her hair color, eye color, or anything.
Right. So I'm gonna tick like a slight like if we had a sus box, I'd be ticking that box for the fact that they heard Caucasian woman and immediately go, "Oh, long hair, blonde, blue eyes."
I'm going to say I think it looks slightly off because, for one, they never bring up video footage, and that sort of view looks like how she'd look through a video.
Yeah.
Also, it
Yeah.
suggests that her hair is dyed blonde but is actually brown because they gave her brown eyebrows. And I don't think the foundation would let her dye her hair.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, so that's just some weird thing they have. Also, she doesn't seem to care about makeup at all and has been having eye issues and aid help with eye needed. And they're just like showing her eyes looking fucking normal, like she has no
Mm-hmm.
stress at all in the world. So even if they're showing her properly looking like a white woman, they don't have her eyes looking nearly stressed enough. She just looks like this calm, pretty,
See,
nothing
they
is wrong. That is not her.
they just they just drew a Barbie doll.
Yeah, so it's not actually her. I'm sorry, but she doesn't look stressed enough.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And they
So
haven't
like
makeup to her. Does she sound like someone that cares about makeup or someone that cares that she's seeing a guy with like a hole in his face? Where
oh
are his
god.
legs?
Yeah.
Your wedding
Oh
ring's gone.
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
yeah,
Yeah.
I just read chat.
Yeah. Um, Basically, the second you guys started talking about about her looking like that as a white woman and whatnot, I get a YouTube notification from Cirrus saying, and the title of this short is called "Just Say You Don't Like Brown People."
Also, Zanju, that was a dark comment.
Oh my head. Oh. Oh no. What the fuck is that timing?
It's amazing. Oh my god.
And yeah, I figured you were like laughing with like what Zanju said.
I was
Oh.
dying from seeing that notification.
So yeah, the fact
Oh.
that it's just a random white woman, I think it should be like a 2 or a 3, not a 4, but it
I
just
was yeah, I was feeling like a 2 or a 3 because like they're
Mhm.
just
it's not even her, it's just a calm, pretty white woman. And they have
yeah,
this
and
video effect for, I guess, spookiness. It has
and
nothing
that's
to do with SCP.
the entire fucking uh clickbait is white woman jump scare. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so 3.
yeah.
Not 4, but
I
3.
was going with 3 because
If
I don't think it's how to show in the thumbnail is how our powers would work.
no,
No.
it's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They depicted it inaccurately and lazily at the same time. If I was making a thumbnail like this, what I would do is depict her being fed. Like she's got blindfold on, she's very emaciated and being fed with assistance. Like that I feel like that would be like suitably eye-catching while accurately depicting the SCP in a scenario that we know she goes through.
Yeah. Uh, Also, this is probably the most normal SCP author name I've ever seen. Far 2.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, that's okay. So did they credit Far 2?
Yeah, they did.
Very good.
Alright, everyone ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
The two staff members observed the woman through the one-way mirror looking into her chamber. She was resting on her bed. She had been brought in 2 hours earlier. She looked very fragile and in need of a good meal, but they had been instructed to let her rest for a while before going in to feed her. They opened the door to the chamber slowly and went inside. The woman looked up as they entered. She let out a scream and pointed to them. "What happened? Why is half your arm missing?" she said to one staff member. "And why do you have a hole in the top of your head?" she said to the other. The two staff members looked.
Why does she look
Just-
emaciated?
I mean, she suffered from malnutrition.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
she's supposed
better.
to be emaciated.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
she's still recovering, I think, it was crossed out. She's recovering from the effects of severe malnutrition, so yeah.
Yeah, remember, she doesn't want she like voluntarily tries to avoid eating normally because she sees water as piss and food as shit.
Yeah,
That's
or
fair.
slop.
Yeah, or like half digested mush.
That would make it hard to eat, yeah.
Like that's a really, I gotta say, that's like a really interesting, like this almost feels like someone uh did one of those I have X superpower, give me a weakness because of it. Right.
Yeah.
Like this girl, like this person went, I have the ability to see the state of objects in the future. And then someone responded saying, every time you look at food, it looks like shit.
I think it's more like they took the statement, but then they're like, yes, the future state of all objects. Have fun with that.
Well, yeah.
Okay, anyways. Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
At each other in disbelief. They had no idea what the woman was talking about. They put down her plate of food and left the chamber. 2 days later, a huge explosion was heard from the next door chamber. The two personnel that had first met the woman were both killed in the fire. One died from loss of blood caused by the severing of one of her limbs. The other died after losing part of his brain in the blast.
Because
Welcome
they
back
said
to
one of her.
Right. So this feels actually rare with this farm in particular, but
Yeah.
I think we're gonna actually have at least 1 point in added or altered gore because this is just they just added gore for no reason here. And
Yeah.
that actually caught me off guard. I'm not used to them doing this.
Yeah, because there's an article that says that it was just shot, like, killed. They doesn't describe
They
brain
typically
everywhere.
never add gore, but here we are because they never show the gore in the file with this woman, but they're showing it right now.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like this is them adding their own like
Right.
series of events that wasn't
Yeah.
in the article. So like it's necessarily added gore.
Mhm.
Like I don't know how you're I don't like I'm fine with them showing some gore in this because like how are
Yeah.
you going to reasonably depict this SCP without some gore? Like one of the people was seen with just missing his legs. That's gonna be gory. But
Yeah.
like it's the fact that they're adding situations to add gore.
Yeah. Also, how there's two SCPs that are redacted as well as the pool. Let's just see if they actually add that into the video as well.
Oh right, yeah.
Okay, in 3. Oh my gosh, Juice is looking blood. Looks like raspberry jam to me. So choose a vampire. Got it. Anyways.
SCP exposed. Before I go on, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out
Oh my
on
gosh, shut the
any
fuck up.
creepy SCP stories. Today we bring you Safe Class Object SCP-187. She is a Caucasian female in her early 20s. She is approximately 180 centimeters tall, but weighs only around 40 kilograms. It appears that she has been suffering from severe malnutrition. The woman is to be kept under strict medical restraints to prevent her from causing harm to herself. She will be attended full-time by medical personnel who are under instructions to tranquilize or sedate her should it be necessary. She must wear mittens at all times to prevent her from hurting her own eyes. If SCP-187 refuses to open her eyes during authorized testing or during site inspections, the use of eyelid speculums is authorized.
Should I look up what eyelid speculums look like?
Yeah, go ahead. I
This-
mean,
This
I
looks
don't
like,
know what they look like, but this looks very odd either way.
Yeah, this looks like tape. They look like they just taped the eyes open.
Uh,
Well, apparently real ones don't look that much better.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
oh right, yeah, those things. Mm. Mm.
Well, they got the color correct.
Well-
Wow. It's just wow, they got gray correct.
These ones also exist.
Hmm.
That look slightly better, and then I found ones that look slightly worse. Do you want to see those too?
I'm just gonna close that chat section.
Fair enough. Anyways.
See the slightly worse ones.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
opening chat for a while now.
I can delete it.
It's whatever.
Yeah, anyways. In 3, 2, 1.
authorized. All statements made by the woman during testing and site inspections must be recorded and analyzed. She is to be prevented from interacting with D-class personnel who are nearing the end of their cycle, and she must be spoon-fed. Mild tranquilizers are to be added to all her meals.
The spoon didn't even go into her mouth. She's just eating air.
What a high quality production this is. What tasty tranquilizer air.
3, 2, 1.
meals. SCP-187 exhibits a unique form of precognition, whereby she sees everything in two states simultaneously, the first as they are, and the second as they will be. She does not see minor changes, only changes to what would be considered the norm. For example, in testing, when presented with 5 D-class personnel and asked which of them would change their clothes, she couldn't answer. As such, a change isn't drastic enough. However, when presented with 5 D-class personnel and asked which would be shot, she was able to predict which one, every time, as she could see the injury inflicted just by looking at him.
Okay.
However,
So
she
they
cannot
added
foresee
more. Was that an actual test?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actual test.
Yeah,
Oh, that poor woman.
the thing is, the second one I saw 5D class, 4 of them were white and 1 was African American. I was like, oh no, are they gonna make the one that gets shot?
Oh.
No, they chose the white guy.
uh,
It was so close. I was like, wait a minute.
Racism averted.
And
And
Huzzah.
plus they actually had like a bit of diversity, and they didn't immediately kill the black guy.
Not immediately killing the black person, but he's
Everyone-
still technically a D class.
Let's see. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, that still like has a pretty bad undertone because
yeah,
probably criminal.
yeah.
So it's not all good, but they did some diversity, so I guess there. You tried. Diversity.
Chill. Anyways, in 3, 2, 1.
Future events or changes to items that she is not currently looking at. Rather, she can see the future state of whatever she is looking at. This has led some unexpected consequences. For example, as part of the usual tests performed on new human/humanoid SCP acquisitions, SCP-187 was given a standardized IQ test. When the results were collected, she was revealed to have an
Standard IQ 300 plus, hair blonde.
Yeah, that sounds about as well thought out as I imagine these content farms think anything is. Ah, yes. Look at my wonderful file. The only details we have about this SCP that needs to be put into the sub. My brain just died. Fucking sub category is IQ 300. Blonde hair. Like, yeah, thanks for the information. This is definitely okay, now I just want to see like actual parody SCP articles that are written like this. It's just like SCP SCP 682. Wait. Too much. Appearance. Fucking lizard.
There's probably a joke SCP like that.
That would be really funny.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1.
IQ in excess of 300, which is actually the limit of the tests. This, of course, would have made her the most intelligent human being on the planet. However, her intellect did not seem that high based on her initial interviews. The test was repeated 4 times, and each time she got the maximum possible score, answering every question correctly. When she was interviewed regarding this, she revealed that she did not actually know the answers to any of the questions, but instead she had seen the tests with the answers already filled in. When she was given a computerized IQ test, where her input didn't affect the future state of where she entered the answers, because she was using a keyboard rather than a pen and paper, her IQ was revealed to be 97, slightly below average. This happens with
As a
every
quick
written
side
test
note-
presented to her.
Yeah?
As a quick side note, I will do the standard. I get so annoyed with fucking societal acceptance and just overall, like, considered reliability of fucking IQ tests
Yeah.
to
I would
decide
like to.
whether or not someone's intellect is stronger.
I
Oh,
would like to say that it was technically created by people that were eugenics.
Oh yeah, it's a it's a racist tool that only measures one specific aspect of cognitive recognition.
It
It's
has been
like
shown to literally not predict how intelligent someone is in any real way.
yeah.
like the thing that the thing that it can tell you about a person is they're good at remembering something. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's actually something it's a side tangent, but I'm saying that I want to say funny. In high school, alright, so I did like IQ tests, mixture with SAT and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, in the class I was in that did it, I got the lowest score of 2,000 at 970. I struggle with going back and forth between things. However, out of that class, I was the only one to get an advanced high school degree. Yeah, like I talked about, I got advanced in history. Like I did
Nice.
college level history classes throughout high school.
Also, I'm sorry, I missed a lot of that because I just now saw Zanju's
Oh my god.
last statement.
Well, that's basically how they're acting, right? Caution, woman.
Yeah. That 100% would need to be added to our speculative parody SCP articles.
Yeah. Did you catch a glyph of what I was
yeah.
talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I understood it. Like, I processed the information, I just wouldn't be able to recite precisely the words that you said.
So yeah, I do agree IQ tests are really dumb because I just proved everyone wrong that I was smarter than most people in that room.
Yeah, because
Also,
like
I believe choose one ableism comment was towards your story at the teacher.
Oh,
no, that came like before it was over.
uh,
She was just taking notes.
uh,
She was being a good student, just taking notes on the class.
yeah, yeah. I remember I was slightly bullied because they thought my IQ was determined my entire intelligence, and I proved every fucker wrong.
Yeah. The problem with IQ tests is a lot of people think they actually measure intelligence. Yeah, it's dumb.
Well,
It just makes, you know what? I'll just steal a story from the Click. He commonly bring, like, whenever the topic of IQ tests come up, the Click talks about the fact that at one point in his life, he got into a conversation with someone who said that they were immune to the Dunning-Kruger effect because they had an IQ of 150.
Oh my
That
god.
that tells you about all you need to know about the relevance of a person's capability to recognize and deal with cognitive biases and their score on the fancy memory test.
Oh my god, chill.
With additions of this video's
Yeah.
as we all know, the IQ test is secretly just a weird version of D&D.
Yeah, I had so much enjoyment because, like, uh, because basically for high school degrees, and basically how my school did it, all the standards went first. Then after that, all the advanced degrees. So everyone in my class thought, "Oh, you didn't even graduate. That sucks for you." Then they called my name, and I walked right up there.
Fuck you. You do like the shit from that meme of like the guy that's at the bottom of the podium, like biting the metal and like opening the champagne, like over celebrating for like a low achievement, except you actually are at the top of the pedestal.
Yeah, but yeah, and one thing that our school did that was kind of funny, was that for our advanced degree people, they get to choose a song that comes out when we're called up. So
what'd you pick?
I chose Gangster's Paradise. The song, the Plague Doctor dance.
You know what, Bright? I stand by saying you are basically a Kiwi.
Oh no, now I just need to see an edit of like slow motion videos of Kiwis running paired with Gangster's Paradise.
Or a Kiwi getting their college degree while swaggerly walking to the podium to Gangster's Paradise.
All right, so this
Why
was a
ban
mass.
me?
So, so I think I think I've sufficiently derailed things a little bit by rambling about my hatred of IQ. Let's continue.
Yeah, anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Sure. She can see the answers in advance, based on what she herself is going to fill in.
Dude, what are
Even
you
if the
doing
test-
with this depiction? She can see the answers in advance. Oh, let's just make it look like the camera's fucking drunk. Yeah, okay. It's very annoying.
Please answer true or false to the following questions. And it's written.
Please answer. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this fucking picture?
They drew her hands less like someone that has things covering it and more like horse hooves, and I can't unsee it.
Yeah, to me, her hands look like Cass. Like she broke her hands.
I just
Well, think of My Little Pony and think of how they draw the hooves. Now try to unsee it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay. So
see?
she's.
See?
Yep. So we can now confirm that this SCP is secretly a horse girl.
It chooses client perfect score. I beat the straight lines. Oh my gosh. Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Are in a foreign language she does not understand. This presents a possible ontological paradox, an injection into the present of information from the future. Where this information, the correct answers, comes from is unknown and possibly unknowable. She is suffering from ongoing psychological damage as a result of her anomaly. When, for instance, she is in the company of people who are soon to die, she simultaneously sees both their living, healthy selves and their dead, sometimes decomposing corpses, depending on how far into the future they will die. As a result, pharmacological assistance is required to keep her lucid. Due to the effect that prolonged malnutrition is having on her health and the impact that 187's
Okay,
death
so
would have.
Yeah?
another thing. We've got a nice, delicious little element of ableism going on. She's being described as being mentally unwell because obviously, like, she's dealing with some major shit. And the way that they consistently show, oh, this person is mentally unwell, they have serious mental issues as a result of their abilities. Let's just keep showing her in, like, strapped to a fucking table with a heart monitor next to her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is definitely the most appropriate way to depict a person who is dealing with very understandable mental distress as a result of traumatic shit she's constantly seeing.
Yeah. Also, is it just me, or are there a couple, 3 J's or cursive T's over in the building over there?
It's the funny thing is, I was literally thinking about that while I was rambling. Like, in the back of my head, I was seeing that. I was like, why does it look like that? But yeah, anyway, I love yeah, Pokemon Hunter J. Uh, anyway, yeah, if isn't ableism on the bingo card, you can hit that if you haven't
Yeah, I
already.
did.
Very good.
In 3, 2, 1.
Have on the Foundation's medium-term emergency planning, she is to be blindfolded during meals. The woman has suffered from malnutrition due to her aversion to eating and drinking. At times, when she makes eye contact with food, she sees it in its later state, sometimes as rotten garbage, sometimes as feces. Similarly, with liquid, there are times
Not
when she
rotten
views it as
garbage. Why did they just not want to mention the concept of digestion?
They
Guess
did not
not.
want to, yeah.
They, like they that's just a really baffling change to me.
Hatchet,
Like
look,
they
there's
just,
another J.
what the fuck? They're putting J's everywhere.
Anyways, you're saying.
I'm just like, what? I'm just a little bit like confused. Like, why change that in particular?
Oh my god, Joe.
But yeah, I was just exclaiming because that's an odd thing to change when you're saying everything else verbatim for the most part.
Yeah. Anyways.
Ooh, lemonade.
3, 2, 1.
urine.
Oh my, wait a
Thus,
second. Wait a second. That's how you do it. You just only give her lemonade and yellow drinks.
Oh my god.
That way it looks basically the same as the piss.
It
But
does not look the same.
it doesn't look the same, but I mean they're like close enough to where, like, side by side you can mix them up depending on, like, certain factors, right? I know I've done that before. Don't ask, but I have mixed those two up before. So are we just sitting here in silence for a reason, or
Okay, I was actually looking up is seeing if JJJ is an actual bad thing.
Wait, seeing if what is a bad thing?
What it chooses is the SP Foundation AQ for the JJJ. If so, I gotta go.
I wasn't considering the conversation above it talking about Pokemon. I was assuming that it had to do with Pokemon.
There, yes, there is this. It's basically Japanese jujitsu, but it also means just Jack February, which means you must check in a certain amount corresponding to the date.
Anyway,
Right, in the corner.
yeah, this is just embarrassing. I know jack shit about Pokemon, but I could just like even I figured out, oh yeah, this is to do with Pokemon based on context clues.
Shut up.
And then I go look it up and oh yeah, it's talking about Pokemon. Who could have guessed?
Anyways, 3, 2.
I'm just
Fine.
Mealtimes are to last no longer than 15 minutes and must take place in a location for which she has not predicted any significant changes. This also brings to question how consistent her premonitions are, due to the unpredictability of her view of food. One example of one of her comments that turned out to be a prophecy was when she was being examined by one of the Foundation's female doctors. The conversation went as follows. "Your ring," said 187. "My ring?" replied the doctor. "Yes, your wedding ring." "What about it?" "You're not wearing it." "I am. Look, it's right there." "You won't be." The following day, the doctor's husband filed.
I'm sorry. All I could see was the fucking one ring on the hand of like a sea turtle.
Oh my god. Also, for one, hey, they didn't change it to a man.
Yeah, I was gonna say congrats. They didn't Alt F4 the woman into a man.
Oh my,
That feels like the tiniest win.
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
But you gotta take wins when you can.
Hatch, I just realized, you know that one where I had you read about just shouting legs? They're gonna do it in this voice, and it's gonna sound so
Oh.
bad.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
filed for divorce. When she returned for duty, she was no longer wearing her wedding ring. She had been married for 19 years, more than half her life. So wearing the ring was considered normal, and not wearing the ring was enough of an abnormality for SCP-187 to see it. There are also some examples of when she foresaw the death of some D-Class personnel. In the case of D-16124, she asked, "Why is he so swollen?" D-16124 was later exposed to the vacuum of space after being sent through SCP-120 in order to dial it to the next destination. In the case of D-16198, the following conversation took place. SCP-187. "He's cute." Interviewer. "Who, the man standing outside that cell?" "Yes, what's his name?" I don't know. Hey, you there." D-16198 turned to face them, at which point SCP-187 gasped and burst into tears, screaming, "He's going to die!" "He will? How do you know?" "He's got a..."
Yeah, I was about to say they fucking took out Legs guy.
Well, I think
They
he
took
comes
out
after.
No, he comes.
No, he comes after.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm misremembering. Okay. Rip.
He comes after.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1.
a massive hole in the left-hand side of his head. D-16198 was later terminated by gunfight.
I think there be more than just a hole in his head.
They just showing the MTF using the most dollar store fucking MP5s imaginable. Also, how the fuck is that gonna cause a giant hole in their head? That's a small caliber.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
while attempting to escape the site. He may have attempted
Oh my gosh! Her face too.
What?
Oh, this might be the my legs that his legs thing.
This is gonna be the legs thing.
This picture is funny as shit.
That fucking scene of the guy just falls over. Everybody do the flop.
I want to see it.
Why are you making him hump the ground, Bright? Aaron, fuck. Just press back.
site. He may have attempted escape due to SCPs.
What?
I was saying, like, just press like back, like so we can actually see the scene again.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
attempting to
Like,
escape the site.
Well, whatever. Just forget it. No, it's fine.
I want to see it again.
Gunfire while attempting to escape the site. He may have attempted escape due to SCP-187 screaming, implying that she can set so-called self-fulfilling prophecies in motion. She also managed to foresee the escape of another one of the SCP creatures.
They did.
It was while
Oh my gosh, they did.
They fucking alt F4'd leg man. How dare? How dare?
There's something wrong with doing that.
Like, I have to imagine they did it literally just because they don't want to depict a legless man.
That sounds bad.
Because I mean, I imagine that like their thought is, oh, that's too gory. YouTube will fucking mess with my.
Well,
YouTube
they've
apps.
shown worse, so it wouldn't be gore. It would be more like we don't want to show a legless man, which is so bad. That's so bad.
07 for leg man. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Has this particular content farm shown worse? It feels like they generally avoid gore.
Yeah.
They literally at the very beginning of this video showed someone losing an arm. So what's someone losing a leg that much worse? He would just look like he's floating with no legs and with red blobs where the legs should be.
I guess, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Also, I decided to look SCP-187 in Google Images. Apparently, collectively, SCP artists that are not content farms collectively decided to draw her with shorter hair and that's blonde with gray eyes.
So he just like for the thumbnail, he flipped the big question mark tick by making her the stereotypical quote unquote Aryan features. But outside of that, like in the article itself, they're just going along with the standard depiction.
Yeah. Hold on, I can. Right, here we go, and yeah, pretty much they drew her like that. Anyways, we're ready to continue?
Yeah.
Eh.
3, 2, 1.
while she was being escorted through the site by Dr. Klein. When she reached the cell of the creature, she stopped outside the door. She was staring at it intently. Dr. Klein asked her what she was looking at, to which she replied, "How did it break through such a heavy door?" "Excuse me?" asked Dr. Klein. "The door is nearly a foot thick. How did it manage to destroy it?" 17 hours later, the SCP creature somehow managed to work free of its restraints and did indeed tear through the door to its cell. However, Dr. Klein had alerted security due
God,
to
MTF.
SCP-187 statements, so an armed response team was ready. And
Uh,
Drawing so many different versions of the same
They
idea.
they drew literally 3 designs under a few seconds.
well, that's the thing. These are all the same designs they've been using throughout the entire thing. They've just got 3 action figures that they keep copying into the videos.
I think can be solved with bullets. That's the GOC's motto. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Hatchet.
I was gonna say also, this is like we've definitely seen this botched MP5 before as well.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
and managed to subdue the creature with gunfire. The cost of keeping a full-time medical team on hand to ensure her well-being is obviously high. However, the fact that her anomaly allowed the prevention of an escape attempt by another creature, a Keter-class subject,
Oh my gosh, that's the shadow of their drawing of 682.
They just decide, okay, yeah, well, definitely, it's 682. We know that's the thing.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
sure of it.
the ethics committee would be saying that's one of the ones they would never show her.
Probably.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing. Like, that was the first thing I thought of as like this could be a termination attempt.
Yeah.
With 682, think of this. If she did that, what if he becomes immune to future vision somehow?
Maybe?
On one hand, fair, but on the other hand, like the test logs for the 682 are pretty fucking haphazard. They really just throw everything at it.
Wait, Jerry deafened.
Wait, what? The hell?
Oh, they said I'll unmute soon.
Uh,
Oh. But
that's odd.
yeah, I think another one I don't think the ethics committee will allow is because I think it would hurt her very bad, mentally speaking, is 055, the anti-me.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure whoever rang the doorbell wasn't anyone magical.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was telling Hitch the another SCP I don't think they would allow for her to see would be SCP-055, the anti-meme.
Oh no.
Because I'm not sure which would affect her more, her powers or 055's effects.
Now, here's a real question. Have they... It's not in the article, but this is a terrible idea, by the way. Absolutely, she should not be doing this. But what if she looked in a mirror?
Oh,
God. Would she see her potential future selves, or would it only affect the mirror?
I don't know. It might work.
That's interesting.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1.
shows that she may be useful for more than just pure research. A proposal has been submitted to introduce her to seemingly indestructible SCPs, in the hopes that she will see them as either dead or destroyed, and be able to describe the manner of death or destruction. This proposal is pending. The potential temporal logistics need careful consideration.
No shit!
She would, in effect, be seeing methods of destruction or termination, which would only be possible because she saw them. This has caused concern among several higher members of staff. A series of experiments have taken place in order to test the exposure of SCP-187.
Oh wait, is there a test log? Is there? Oh, there is.
Oh, okay. We didn't read everything. Good job, Bright.
Okay. Wait, 106?
106. That's a why?
Pipe Nightmare?
Uh,
Let's see, I'm 173.
3.
Okay. Experiment log of Dr. Gears testing exposure 187 to other SCP items. Date redacted to redacted.
Oh, what? It wasn't Clef. It was Gears.
Oh my god. Experiment 01, exposure to 173. 187 produces a sustained scream for 1 minute, 38 seconds before losing consciousness and falling to the ground. 187 had to be physically removed and maintain a state of catatonia for 48 hours. 187 regained consciousness but was unable to remember what she had seen and remained in mild shock for several days. What the fuck did she see? Well, actually, now that I think about it, there is a story of 173 actually mentally connecting to a doctor and showing the future. So,
Huh.
yeah, 'cause
Interesting.
yeah, it's 173 didn't kill him. It was unknown why. Alright. Experiment 02, exposure to 139-ARC. 187 stated that she saw several bone fragments scattered around, along with that expunged as yet not identified. 187 became extremely upset, screaming, "It can see me! It's out! It can fucking see me!" several times and had to be physically restrained and removed. Jesus Christ!
What's 139 arc?
Let's see.
That sounds familiar.
I don't know, it's still loading. I'll let you know once it loads. So anyways, how are you doing today?
Chickens.
Oh, it goes to the Wayback Machine. I guess it got removed? And it's a
Weird.
Keter. Great. Object appears on the surface of a poorly preserved skull of a humanoid. It is missing a lower jawbone. Also of note is extreme wear, especially eye sockets. Oh, I think this is in, fucking containment breach. Photography of the skull has been analyzed by a lady anthropologist. All agreed that the specimen is too badly damaged to be identified with complete accuracy and is most definitely hominid. While some believe it is a standardized Neanderthal skull, others are convinced that the white cavities are a result of wear and that the original size was much smaller, more like that of a modern human. This is because the size of the nasal and ocular cavities was the main feature, leading some to identify the skull as Neanderthal. However, all are confounded by the ridge of the top of the skull. This feature is most commonly associated with prehistoric herbivorous species of hominids. Okay, what is this?
By the way, Bright.
Yeah?
Really bright. It's pronounced Why did my brain just die? It's pronounced Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
Oh, she was trying to say Neanderthal?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Trying to see what the skull does. One of our own anthropologists was proposed the theory that the ridge of the sign of a powerfully jawed animal. Such ridges generally act as anchors for jaw muscles, such as, oh god, Paranthropus boisei?
Wait, are you Parathopus boisier?
Boisier.
Boisier.
Boisei. These animals use their heavy jaws muscles for chewing plants, but it is also feasible that with sharp teeth, they could easily be used for killing. Oh no. The following was translated by Dr. Redacted from Aurea, document D.TDL67. We already know who Aurea is.
What's Oreo again?
It's the Islamic artifacts groups of interest who basically,
Right.
yeah, them.
I mean, you can just say like Iranian GOC or something like that.
Gotcha, yeah. I can only remember the last parts of their group of interest name, just Islamic artifacts.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Just so you know, Bright, so you know what they're talking about, this is a mix of like uh copies of the fragments of the Boisier skull found
gotcha.
and also a model of what they likely looked like.
Gotcha. Alright.
That is a dapper little dude.
Alright.
We don't really have more bones, so the only thing we can recreate is a head.
That is a
Gotcha.
dapper little head.
Anyways, back to the SCP at hand. When discovered, the skull was located in a small town just south of the throne of Shamshid. I uh, or Earth.
Of
The skull
we
was
could look up what those words are to see how to pronounce it.
You know what? This just feels like adding unnecessary
right.
uh length to what's going on. I'd say that we just read through the test logs
Yeah.
and like make sure that the content farm actually keeps in line with the test logs.
Alright. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, experiment 3, exposure to 162. 187 felt no pull from 162, and asked why she was viewing a pile of melted slag. 187 removed from containment without incident. Experiment 4.
It's 162 again.
Brief description. Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's this thing. Where
Right.
it's a bunch of wires and fish hooks, and fish line, needles, and scissors. And it
Right.
tries
Yeah,
to pull
okay.
things into it. It didn't want to take her? Oh, that's actually odd.
Well, I imagine they would have kept her at like a safe distance. All she needs to do is look at it.
Yeah. Alright, experiment 4, exposure to 529. 187 appeared very nervous, asking, "Is this a joke?" several times. 187 reported that she saw a cat and that it looked somewhat lonely. 187 proceeded to pet 529, moving her hand over where the hindquarters would be as if stroking the tail. Increased observation of 529 requested. Wait, so she saw the other half!
I forget what 529 is.
Josie the half cat.
Yeah, basically it's a cat that moves like a full cat, but you can only see the front half of the cat. Also, do
Huh.
not give her cheese.
Yeah.
Why do not give her cheese?
I don't know. It's just one of the things from the file I remember. Do not give her cheese.
Yeah.
I guess that's a generally good idea just because cats are like lactose intolerant for the
It
most
might be
part.
that she wants cheese. I mean, there are quite a few cats who like eating cheese, even if they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, experiment 05, exposure to 003. 187 appeared nervous, then said hello to 003. 187 appeared to then engage in conversation with 003. However, no member of staff was able to hear any speech or other auditory emanations from 003. When questioned, 187 responded that 003 was a very nice lady. She seems really smart. Increased security and review of 003 has been requested. I think this is the water lady. Oh, wait, that's not... Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong.
Can we?
Oh, it's the biological keyboard.
Oh,
Wait, the biological keyboard's a woman?
I guess they are.
Okay.
I did not know this, and now I do, and I'm happy to. You go, girl?
I guess. Yeah, basically, Hatchet, the biological keyboard is basically a computer board is made of biological human components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a thing that exists. You would never like really wonder on things like what is its gender? But I guess she did. Woman.
Anyways, experiment 06, exposure to 882. 187 entered a containment area and viewed 882. 187 moved back several steps and appeared to be in mild shock. 187 was questioned and responded, Jesus, it's huge. This is amazing. 187 stopped responding to questions and continued to stare at 882 without blinking for 3 minutes. 187 had to be physically removed from the containment area to continue questioning. 187 appeared dazed and responded, it's so complex. It's sick. With all the bones, blood in it, but it looks like the inside of a 50-foot tall clock. It's kind of pretty. Shortly before 187 returned to containment, 187 suddenly fell to the ground, screaming and holding her head after several hours, during which 187 was heavily sedated and unresponsive to questioning. 187 reported grinding, smashing, squealing. It sounded like a train wreck that just went on and on. 187 reported the sound lasted for approximately 3 hours before fading out of hearing. Increased security around 882 has been requested. What's 882? Quick description of it. 82 appears to be a random assembly of gears, cables, pulleys, screws, and belts, all made of amalgam of various metals. Oh yeah, this is one of the SCPs is connected to McCain, the Broken God. I forgot. That's interesting. Experiment 7. Exposure to SCP redacted. Data redacted. Alright, I'm... Okay. Experiment 8. Exposure to 015. 187 exposed to 015 with the help of Team Zeta 9. 187 reported only slight differences in the structure until she opened a door leading outside 015. 187 reported a hallway of pipes stretching for miles and miles. 187 stated that she was not able to see the other end of the hall, but that it seemed to branch off to the sides, with lots of side hallways. Zeta 9 team members reported no unusual behavior within 015, and that the door remained into open air, with no hallway of any kind visible. I mean, that kind of makes sense for Pipe Nightmare, because there's nothing they can do to stop it from growing.
Yeah.
Mainly because it just kills everyone who tries.
Yeah.
Experiment 09. Exposure to 415. 187 begins observation of 415 and immediately appears to be agitated. 187 appears to be feeling physically ill and asks repeatedly to be removed from observation. Questioning reveals that 187 observed an empty, deceased corpse that had partially decomposed. Increased security of 415 advised. What's 415? This is most pronounced. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Is this Jack Bright's? Since, is a Caucasian male, 36 years. His blue eyes are stained brown hair, appears to be human. Okay, so it's not Jack Bright's brother. Never mind. 415 seems possessed regenerative healing ability, focused on tissue and organ regrowth. This ability is most pronounced concerning his internal organs, particularly his liver, spleen, pancreas, and colon. Oh, so it's just a person... 415's body has undergone several radical alterations performed by an unknown third party. Surgical has several zippers surgically installed on his body. Oh, this is just... Oh, God. So I'm just guessing he's a human that can... that you can open up that can regenerate.
Let's see.
That's horrifying. Right. Experiment 10. Exposure to 455. 187 is taken to observe 455 from a small zodiac craft. 187 takes a sharp intake of breath, then shakes her head and attempts to look away. 187 has to be physically manipulated to continue observation of 455. 187 makes several inarticulate noises before screaming several minutes. Not several minutes, several times. God damn it. 187 observed a huge thing. It was a massive metal just floating, like a big island made of rusty bulges. It was like it was sick with tumors, but it was all metal. I could feel it. It's not alive. It never was, but I think it is. It's... What the hell was that? Recontinuation of recon team insertion into 455 is under review. Okay, quick looking at 455. Okay, so it's a large cargo ship currently run under aground on the southern coast of Chile. Okay, so basically, just use the robots. So basically, it's a ship that goes on infinitely because apparently rescue teams get lost. Report an investigation of screaming in a cargo section. So I'm guessing you get killed if you go there. Yeah. Oh, they don't the God. Experiment 11. Exposure to God. 187 enters containment with God. 187 and 343 appears to converse without incident about general topics for nearly half an hour. 187 stated that 343 appears really nice. It's kind of lonely. For a little girl, she's really well spoken. What is she? 6? Maybe 7? What the fuck? 343 is God. Wait a minute.
So God's gonna turn into a little girl?
Yeah, 343 is a male saintly racist human when it means we just turns into a little girl.
Well, if you think about what God has said in the past as an SCP, he said he takes whatever form, that basically whatever form makes people comfortable. So it's typically the white
Right.
Caucasian old man.
Anyways, experiment 12
For all we know, it can look like other things. Maybe that's what makes her feel comfortable.
Yeah. Experiment 12. Exposure to 646. 187 becomes violently ill upon an observation of 646. After recovery, 187 stated that she observed giant maggot things. Hundreds of them, with kinda human bodies and faces. They had these tentacle things all stuck into each other. And they were all squirming, and God, there was one near the middle. It wasn't soft, it had some kind of shell. And this kind of jelly head. I think it was mating. Here's security for 646 advised. Is this what I think it is? What is this? Okay, 646 is a large, translucent, gray, bloated creature measuring roughly 5.6 meters in length. Then it's my torso. Basically. Oh, 646 is constantly producing unrelated infant organisms. Oh.
Okay.
That's probably what she saw. It is unknown how 646 is producing its infants at this time. There's no gestation period between births. Oh. Alright then. Alright, experiment 13, exposure to 106, the old man. When I say 87 observation test aborted after 30 seconds due to escape incident by 106. 187 appeared to observe staff under attack or undergoing intense physical torture and mutilation 2 minutes before attack or capture. 106 appeared to specifically target staff under observation by 187. 106 appeared to specifically avoid harming 187 on 3 separate incidents. Under questioning, 187 said that thing wanted an audience. Someone to watch. It likes it. 187 refused to elaborate. Further questioning pending. That's not surprising due to 186. That's not surprising. So yeah, not a single Tesla has anything to do with 62. Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
And 2 other SCP items. These experiments have been conducted by Dr. Gears, one of the Foundation's leading doctors. The following are some examples of her reaction to other SCP items. When she was exposed to SCP-003, at first she appeared nervous, but then she said hello to the creature. She then appeared to engage in
That's supposed to be the biological keyboard. That's the
Did
biological
we mark
keyboard.
wrong SCP design? Because her
Yes.
design is fine, but that's not the right
Squiggles.
design for the keyboard.
It's just squiggles.
Honestly, we probably could have done it the second that they flashed the fucking trash version of
682.
682 on screen.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This, like, come on, you could have tried. At least.
They're thinking, oh, this. What I imagine is like they started reading through this article, and then at the end they're like, oh no, this is gonna have me draw a whole bunch of other SCPs. So by the time it gets to this point, they're just like, I've already drawn one black man and like 7 other random people. I can't draw more SCPs too.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
In conversation with the creature. However, no member of staff was able to hear any speech or other auditory emanations from the creature. When questioned, she responded that SCP-003 was a very nice lady. She seems really smart. Increased security and review of SCP-003 has now been requested. Another example is when she was introduced to SCP-882. She entered the containment area and viewed the creature. Then she moved back several steps and appeared.
That SCP was more than just gears.
Too bad you can't mark wrong SCP design twice.
I'm pretty sure in every experiment log we're gonna see they're gonna draw it horribly.
Like, oh, it's got gears? Okay, it's just gears. It's only gears. Dr. Gears, just gears.
Yeah.
to be in mild shock. She was questioned and responded, "Jesus, it's huge. This is amazing." She stopped responding to questions and continued to stare at SCP-882 without blinking for 3 minutes. She had to be physically removed from the containment area to continue questioning. She appeared dazed and responded, it's so complex. It's sick, with all the bones and blood in it, but it looks like the inside of a 50-foot-tall clock. It's kind of pretty." Shortly before she was returned to containment,
doesn't
she
quite
suddenly
work when they don't draw what she's saying.
Right, it just shows a bunch of gears.
Wait a second, wasn't that like the description of like the one that we saw as a boat? Did that thing change?
Wait, 882? Was that the one about a boat? No, that was the gear.
Okay, we didn't look at it. I just misremembered.
Yeah, it's gears, cables, pulleys, screws, and belts. So it's not just gears.
Okay, I'm just done.
Yeah. Alright, then 3, 2, 1.
fell to the ground, screaming and holding her head. After several hours, during which she was heavily sedated and unresponsive to questioning, she reported grinding, smashing, squealing. It sounded like a train wreck that just went on and on. SCP-187 reported the sound lasted for approximately 3 hours before fading out of hearing. Increased security around SCP-882 has subsequently been requested. What do you think of that SCP case? Please leave your comment below.
They just skipped a bunch of test logs.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of the video because I don't want the A on my screen.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if I'm happy or annoyed that they cut out a bunch of test logs.
Yeah. Hell, I'm just glad it didn't try to do 106's test log. Anyways, removal of character / license. Wait a minute.
Why are you...
Did they say Dr. Klein? I can't remember if
Yes.
Okay, they did. Well, they removed D-16206.
I'd give them a 1 for this.
Oh, as well as some other experiments, but I'm not sure if we count that.
Yeah. Well, I counted. I'm just meh.
Yeah. It's not as bad as the other removals.
Yeah.
Altered / added core violence.
I want to say a solid 2.
What do you think, Jerry?
2, which is interesting because it's typically at a 0 or a 1.
Alright,
Yeah.
deviates from
I'm
the plot.
thinking-
Oh, sorry.
I was basically thinking 1 for the added gore in the beginning and 1 for Alt F4 and leg main.
Okay, Spood, I heard the
Yeah.
advertiser trying to knock very vigorous